Good, Kate? All right, so first thing, first 9 weeks, any of the kids that are done, let's make sure we do conclude them that are in the online academy, because they will be called if they're not turning work in on a regular basis. So online academy kids who are finished with the 9 weeks that we allowed a little extra time, if they're done and be over with it. But make sure you take them out of your course. And if is so that's is something that was brought up last week. So I guess they were having some kids that were getting caught up on attendance when they shouldn't have been. Just more work for everybody. So just make sure you conclude them. Second 9 weeks, make sure we have due dates. It can't be so much as in the announcements. It doesn't have to be every lesson, but make sure we have something. They have, I don't know, somebody was complaining about it. So make sure we just put something down so that there is something that's popping up on their to-do list. And again, if you want to just make it a module due date, that's fine. Every couple lessons, whatever it might be, just have some due dates. And then make sure we're continuing to monitor our attendance that comes out on Tuesday. Just double check, make sure what they're getting down is what you see from your students. So any questions with first 9 weeks, second 9 weeks, academy versus a la carte? Okay. Dr. John's message from last week, and again, that was something we talked about last Friday. And, the administration is all over it in terms of, what can we do to take some stuff off of your plate? What can we do to take some stuff off of our kids' plate? What are the absolutes that need to be done in the course to say that they've, done enough to get credit for the course? There is some option for passing and failing. I'll know more about that tomorrow. If you just want to put a pass-fail kind of score, and some kids that might be worthwhile to them. Who knows? But we'll hear more about that tomorrow. So if you have questions about that, like here's my course, kids are struggling, they're stressed out. What can I do to lighten the load? Let's have a conversation with someone or me or a colleague. And right now, I don't think there's going to be too much pushback. It's just, what can we do to get kids, make them feel comfortable in the course so that they're doing something? What's the end all be all to getting a grade? And you guys, obviously expert for your courses, can figure that out. And if you have questions on that, let's have a conversation. But again, the message is, how do we get through this time without too much stress for everybody? Kids, us, administration. Is that clear? Anybody have any questions on that? It's been pretty well taken so far. And that again goes to this next thing that we'll get into, which is your Hilliard U assignment. It is, and if you haven't looked at it, we'll go through it, and we're gonna make this a video, and you can go back and look at it and show you. We're gonna show you how to do it. It is one of those things, get to it when you can get to it. Okay, so if this isn't something that you don't get to in the next few weeks, even a couple months, it's not going to be a problem. So, but it is something that the purpose of it is to allow a student to go into my class, your class, English, math, and kind of know what the flow is, right? So they were going to recognize certain headings and certain subheadings and go, this is what I do in those headings. So I'm going to have Katie go through this, but I just wanted to go over something. Okay, so these headings, okay, whether it be middle school, high school, Katie has gone through and changed it already so that they used to be red. For science, it's green. But the tasks or the headers here, right? So the learning objectives are based, just to kind of go through what do they actually mean, because for some of us, it means something different. The objectives is, okay, so at the end of the course or at the end of the lesson, the students are going to know this, right? Or be able to do this. That's the learning objectives. The materials are self-explanatory. What are you going to need? A textbook, what have you, iPad. The task is literally like the recipe. Like, here's what you're going to do. You're going to view a video. You're going to read this, you're going to do this, you're going to take this, that type of thing, and a list, right? That's your task. The activity is, what are they doing? What are they going to do to be able to understand what the objectives have to do? And the assessment literally is, what are they submitting? Okay, so those are your headers that we're going to be putting these little icons in and so forth. But I'm going to have Katie go through it. And again, we're videotaping this. We'll get the link and then I'll send it out to you guys here in a little while so that you know what to do. Here's Kate.
Hi, guys. So what I did is I sent you this page. So if you guys go to your little person on this part, on your Canvas course, if it loads, then there should be a part that comes up that says shared content. You'll get that page that I've sent, and it's this area. So since I sent it from Kevin's, you'll have one and you'll just import it to your Canvas page. So whatever one that you want to do, that's how you're going to get that file that I just sent you. So when you guys go to your Canvas course, when you have that page, so you'll have the one that says this. What you're gonna do, I don't want to do that. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around. Is within your lessons, you want to go to edit. Computer's really slow. Then like within this area, so you'll have like your lesson objective. So then when you go back to the page under edit, you're just going to copy whatever heading that you have. So we'll do learning objective. So you'll just highlight it. Go back to this part. And then paste. And then when you save it, then it's going to turn into the same type of file or like image that they wanted. Does that make sense? So you don't have to do anything within the embed code because I already did all of that for like the copy and pasting. So it's already the correct color. So you would have to do that for like the materials, the task, and whatever else you wanted to add in. So it's a lot of just copy and pasting over.
Show them what the other items are, like the view and the watch.
Okay. So another one you could do is add watch. So that's a subheader. So one would say like this one's a high school one. So I could highlight watch. Where do you want it?
I think there is a watch. You have to change that view to watch.
And they'll have the like watch icon.
Now, can I add something?
Yeah.
Because as you're doing this, I can imagine people are sitting there like, why in the heck do we have to do this? And from our conversations with Jen today, the one thing that I got out of it was to make the online academy as ADA compliant as possible. So using these similar actions that people in the middle school, I think you are already trying to use this as you're building lessons. And I know that the elementary school are also using these similar things. So basically we're just retrofitting a lot of the high school courses with these icons and these headers, which are still kind of there. It's just we're just making them be more uniform, I think is what this is all about. So that's why it's not such a high pressure thing. It's just as you find yourself with time, or if you're creating something, you might as well do it in this format. So it's already taken care of. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That was the takeaway from this morning's conversation.
Yeah. So if you have any questions on how to do this, email me or come find me. I'll be more than happy to help you. But that's just, it's a lot of, copy and pasting over, because I already changed the embed code. It used to be red, but I changed everything, so it's already the green color.
And Jen was nice enough to do one of my pages exactly how she thinks they should look. So if anybody wants to see that, you can see me about it. So it actually does clean it up quite a bit from what our course pages look like.
We can share that out as well, so you guys can have a sample, and then you don't have to publish what we share out, so you guys can look at it, if that would be helpful.
Okay, we're good. Thanks, Katie, Doug. So yeah, so again, the purpose again is to, like Doug was saying, to be compliant, but also just the kids will be able to recognize everything as they go through the whole, or at least middle school and so forth. Their online courses will be look the same information will be given. So that helps just with the kids and so forth. So I think it's a good thing for us to do. Again, not a rush. It's one of those things. Get to it when you can, and if you don't, we're not going to freak out, right? It's just something to do. And Katie said she'll have you guys, if you want to do it, you can hire her. She does 25 cents a heading.
Or a taco.
Yeah, well, Taco Tuesday, you take her out. Any questions on that? Anything else for the good of the group? All right, well, we'll stop the recording and we'll get this link out to you guys and we'll send it so you know what to do.